Welcome to another episode of Better Cocktails at Home. I'm Brian Johnson, and as you might guess, we're doing a tiki cocktail in this episode. The bar turns into the tiny tiki room. We're going to do a drink called the Suffering Bastard. Now, it's a classic from 42. It's not your traditional tiki drink that doesn't have any rum in it, but it's very nice, very simple. It's a great way, I think, to introduce people to what tiki cocktails are. So we're going to be shaking this drink. Now, it's not the most traditional tiki drink because there's no rum in it. It uses two bases, cognac and gin. So I'm going to do 1 ounce of cognac, and I like this Pierre Ferrand 1840. It's very nice. Add that to our tin. And then next, we have a London dried gin, 1 ounce of this. And add that. Now here's where we're going to deviate a little bit from the very traditional classic recipe that was unearthed by Chef Beachbum Berry. The original one from the 42 calls for Rose's Lime Cordial. You can still get Rose's Lime today, but it's not generally considered a really kind of craft ingredient. And I personally don't stock it at home. I think if you're really into craft cocktails, it's probably not something you stock either. So we kind of have to approximate sort of what it's going for. So I'm going to I do 3/4 ounce of fresh strained lime juice. And then I do some simple syrup if you have it. This happens to be demerara syrup. I'm going to do 1/2 ounce of this. And add that. And then finally, we have 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. And that's all the ingredients that we're going to shake. So we're going to add our ice and we'll shake. So we're going to get our ice. Now we want to shake really hard because we're not going to strain this into our double rocks glass. We're going to go straight from here to there. So we want to shake hard, kind of get that ice broken up. And you can kind of feel the ice, it changes. Kind of the way it moves in the tin, it feels a little different. So like I said, we're not going to strain this. We're going to pour right into here. Now, for the top of the drink, we're going to do ginger beer. So 4 ounces of this. And if you don't want to measure this, I understand that. Sometimes I just kind of estimate. But let's be precise for the video. And then finally, for a garnish, I'll do a little orange wedge, and then I'll do a swizzle stick. Now I would serve it to somebody this way, but before I suggest they drink it, or if you drink it, I would just kind of incorporate the ginger beer into the drink a little bit. Evens it out, kind of mixes the flavors. It's a very light drink, obviously, because of all the ginger beer in it. But it's got really good just kind of flavors. It's kind of like a nice mild drink. I think it's a great introduction to tiki drinks. You know, even though it doesn't have rum in it like most of them do traditionally, I think it really just is it's a lovely drink. I got started drinking it a long time ago. It's pretty easy to make, but it's a really cool drink because it came about in 1942. It was invented in Cairo, Egypt by a bartender named Joe Scialom. And it's just one of those things where he apparently was a really interesting fellow, knew like multiple languages, was just really into hospitality. Apparently he was a great bartender. He's simply the kind of guy that you would want to sit down and have a drink with and say hello. Well, luckily we still have the Suffering Bastard from him today to enjoy. And so please give it a try, and for sure I know you won't be suffering for long.